Eagles. Eagles.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah. Lil Brunson back at you with the back at you, and I am the best reporting on the Eagles. Listen, before we get started, I gotta let you know that this video was brought to you by Manscaped. Big Manscaped in the building, popping out with the lawnmower 3.0s, 4.0s, everything you need to keep today's man groomed. Listen, and before she come play on the field, make sure the grass trimmed with Manscaped. Use code Brunson, save 20% off, get the free shipping, and the free shipping I fought for that for y'all. Listen, you know the vibes, man. You know the vibes. Like, this is what happens in the offseason, especially if you're a Philadelphia Eagles fan. The Philadelphia Eagles are in great position. You're going to, up until the draft, or until Howie has a hold my bear moment and show us how he can royally screw this draft up, if that's what happens. You're going to hear up until day one, three first round picks. Up until we start using our picks, everybody's going to be telling us how lucky we are. And I agree. We're in a position to have one of the quickest turnarounds in NFL history. You know what I mean? If you talk about getting another Super Bowl, we're in a position to be competing. Like, listen, last year we competed. What the year that's still going on, we competed this year. You know what I mean? But it's different when you're talking to an Eagles fan about competing. All we know about is competing for championships. That's the sad history. If you look at it from 2000 to now, that's all we know about. We've been getting to the NFC Championship. We've been doing this. So when we say compete, it's different for us. When the Browns talk about competing, you know what I mean? They talk about going 8-8, stuff like that. It's different. When the Giants and Washington talk about competing, they talk about finishing above 500. That's an expectation of mine every year. I'm sorry, I might be spoiled, but it is what it is. We're in a prime position to compete. My version of compete. Talk about putting some more trophies in the cabinet. We got the picks. We got the money. We don't know nobody a contract right now. Only person I can think of that we might owe something to is Miles Sanders. So with that being said, the Philadelphia Eagles are looking at DJ Chark. They're looking at him. Wide receiver, Jacksonville. They looking at him. You know what I mean? And I'm not really mad at looking at him. I ain't mad at that. I'm not mad at they're deciding to take their eyes and pay him some attention. He had a typical rookie season. Let's be clear about rookie wide receivers in the National Football League. If it's one thing that I know, and I would hope you will all trust me at this point on this one, I can scout talent from the wide receiver position. I've been right about critical misses that the Philadelphia Eagles and other teams have had for years now. Going back to DK Metcalf. Everybody knew about Justin Jefferson. I've been right about Michael Pittman. I dig deep. Nobody wouldn't even have thought about. I've been right about Van Jefferson, who won the NFC Championship game. Elijah Moore. You know what I'm saying? I dig deep when you talk about this because I look for certain things that I know that are translate to the next level. And DJ Chark had a typical season for a wide receiver. A typical season is what Rager did. I wasn't mad at Rager's rookie season. It was the year after that you got to snarl at. I wasn't mad at the rookie season. You're not going to get... y'all, Devontae Smith had an amazing season. I know you think he should have done more, but he had a pretty darn good season being the leading, receiver on his team in franchise history for rookie yards. That's pretty good. I don't care who you are. As long as this franchise has been around, that's great. You know what I mean? You're not going to get a Chase. You're not going to get a Jefferson. You're not going to get Waddle. You're not going to get all these great guys coming out and just hitting the ground running. That don't happen every year. So I'm not mad at a rookie year like DJ Chark or Jalen Rager. You know what I mean? I'm not mad at things like that. I look at DJ Chark, he had a jump. He showed a great jump in the second year. You know what I mean? He showed an even bigger jump, I believe, in the third year. Then he got hurt. When he got hurt, that's the part that concerns me about looking at him. The evaluation, in my opinion, it got kind of iffy for me right there. I don't know if he has an injury with histories. I don't know if he has a history of injuries. You know what I mean? But an injury that has you sidelined that long, come on, you got to look at something like that. I will say this about this. You could trade for him. You could do whatever you got to do to get him. I'm fine with that. But that can't be your only move at the wide receiver position if you go in that direction. I think he's a good player. I'll take a chance on him for sure. I'm ready to take a chance. We need so much help at the wide receiver position right now. I'm ready to take a chance on guys in college that got hurt and hoping they slip to us. I'm ready to take a chance on guys like that. So yeah, I'll take a chance on a guy who proved he can have a 1,000-yard season at this level. Even with Jacksonville, who was the quarterback then? Who was it? He proved that he can do it at this level. You know what I'm saying? And he proved that he can get better. He showed drastic steps of development and improvement since he's been in the National Football League. But that cannot be your only move. You got to get him and somebody else. You do. Everybody wants to tell me how they don't think nobody's going to come here. That's everybody. Well, Jalen can't get everybody the ball. Jalen can't do this. Jalen can't do that. Nobody wants to play with Jalen Hurts. Everybody wants to spin that narrative and have that grow some legs. When the fact of the matter is this: OBJ Camp, his manager or his agent, his man, basically said that OBJ like what the Eagles are doing. He gonna be a free agent next year. His man said, "Oh, we like what the Philadelphia Eagles are doing. We like it." Dudes are paying attention to what's being built in Philadelphia, man. We're not going to sit here and underestimate the star power of Jalen Hurts. If you went to listen, if you've been in the NFL the last 3 years, you know who Jalen Hurts is. You know him well. If you know him, I'm going to say the last 5 years, you know about Jalen Hurts. How you don't know about the quarterbacks that play for Alabama and Oklahoma? How you don't know about these things? Heisman finalist Jalen Hurts. You know who he is. He was cooking in Oklahoma, and I'm pretty sure he gained some fans. I tell you who will play with him: Devontae Smith and CeeDee Lamb. Come on. Stop it. We're not going to underestimate the star power of a one Jalen Hurts. The influence has to come from guys that's been here. You know, you're not going to get much. Guys that have been here and guys that, you know, understand the winning culture, and also guys that are fans of current players on the team. Slay got some of the biggest pull in the NFL that I ever seen, bruh. That I ever seen for real. Who knows the pull Fletch got? Jalen Hurts, you know what I mean, just finished his second season. He got pulled. Dudes who want to come play with him. So I like the DJ Chark move. I like that move. But at the same time, if you're going to go get DJ Chark, you got to go out there and get somebody else. You might, I don't know. I'm against drafting a wide receiver this year because you spent way too much capital on first round picks and wide receivers. But if DJ Chark is the guy, then if that's the guy you want to sign, you got to sign somebody else too. So you got to look up and down that wide receiver list of free agents. You got to make another move. You can't just go in there with DJ Chark coming off an injury thinking it's going to solve your problems, because just bringing in DJ Chark, in my opinion, doesn't comfortably say I can get rid of a wide receiver on the roster right now. I'm not getting rid of Jalen Reagor because I brought in DJ Chark. That was a first round pick for Jalen Reagor. Now, if you talk about now Greg Ward, if it comes down to it, probably, you know what I mean. You got way more out of your return from Greg Ward than you got from Jalen Reagor. If we're talking about this from a standpoint of looking at things like their assets, who you draft and who you pay, so they can, you know, have some type of return out on the football field. Sad to break it down to you like that, but that's the only way people going to get it. I know these are human beings, but these guys want to see their return, which is why they value the place that you were picked. If Andre Dillard was a 5th round pick, he'd be off this roster. But they're going to continue to work with him and see if they can get their return back. Same with Jalen Reagor. Same with a lot of these guys. You know what I mean? But it is what it is, man. My thing is this, man. If you bring in DJ Chark, bring in somebody else. You know what I mean? Maybe he will compliment Smitty well. I don't know. Maybe DJ Chark will come over and tear it up. I don't know. But I would still bring in somebody else. You got the money to make a big splash. You got the capital to get a guy like DK Metcalf. See what you can do in that realm. Let me know what you think in the comments, man.